All right. I'm going to be concluding this little mini series. It's not even really a series. I mean, yeah, parts, but I'm going to be talking about like the whole compound and profound foundation of how what I just read, in the other three parts, in relation to your eye gates and your ear gates, and how it truly does affect how people have been transformed and do the things in which we see today. Okay? Your ear gates and your eye gates, what you see and what you hear, are the only receivers that we have that can transmit and affect how we become in our natural and daily, situations and trials and tribulations that we go through. We must be sensitive and compassionate what we allow our eyes to see in relation to the ear. That's just like television. Some of y'all that I see up, on Facebook and stuff, basketball and housewives, BT Wars, and you look at all that nonsense on housewives and then you be sitting there like, and then you start to get involved, like you personally know them people. Oh yeah, Tammy better beat her up, or Joe better get her back. Like, people be so engaged in those type of television shows, like where they feel as though like they personally know that person. Like, you can just call up and like, hey, how you doing? Yeah, man, I see you on that. I see you on today, man. Hey, man, you got on her, man. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, man, it's cool, man. All right, man, talk to you later. All right, bye. Really? Really? You don't even know these people, but you are so wrapped up with what your eyes see that you start being a part of it, as if you can just jump through the TV and then, start punching the person that you want the other person to punch, and, and interact. Television has people mindsets in which they receive through their eyes to the point where they want to basically interact and jump in the TV and be with that person, in which they favor over somebody else because, they don't like how that person character. See, that's another thing too. People don't like somebody else because that person's character is not how their character is. How you not gonna like somebody because, they don't like, because you don't like what they have on, or they speech is different, or they pronounce words different, they slang is different. You like, that's judging somebody. When you say, I don't like what they have on. Oh, look at her. She's sleeping with so-and-so, blah, 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 blah. So when you watch TV, when you watch other people who surround you, your eyes and your ears are in one accord, because you see and then you hear. So if you see death and you hear death, it's going to manifest within you and be like, man, I'm going to start acting like how they act. I'm going to do this different. Oh, man, I like her shirt. I like his shoes. I might go get me some of that. Influence. Television is just a bunch of influential opportunities, especially through commercials. That's all the time. Commercials everywhere. YouTube, Facebook, all over. Influential, biased, money hungry opportunities. So, yeah, okay. Take this for an example. How are men influenced when they see a woman, right? When they see a woman walk by, first thing they gonna do, they gonna look at her. First they gonna. It has gotten so worse to the point. Men don't even look at a female face no more. They look at what? They behind, they butt. Oh man, she thick. Oh, she got all the curves I like. So, in relation to saying that is this biblical text, Ephesians chapter 2, verse 3. Ephesians chapter 2, verse 3 states just this. Among whom once conducted in the lusts of our flesh, fulfill the desires of the flesh and of the mind. So whatever you looking at and your flesh is lusting for it, what you see is connected to what you lusting for. So if you looking at a female and you lusting because of her body shaped this way, she got a butt that pop out like an onion, and she her cleavage is all out, she got that smile on her face, and you lust for her in the flesh and say, I like that. In your head you sinned. You just committed sin. I mean, yes, that just demonstrates how holy the Lord is. Even in your mind, you sinning because you're like, oh man, I want that. Oh, look at her. Oh, just look at her. Oh, I want her. And then you start picturing y'all doing the most nastiest, detestable thing that you can just think of because you let your eyes be controlled by your desires of what your flesh wants. And once you look at a female in that form or another, rather than looking at her as your sister in the spiritual realm, that's when your mind just start taking off like a rocket. Pum, it's gone. Because you have your mind not focused on the true meaning of being in communication or in the presence of somebody in the opposite sex, and vice versa, ladies. Because I know some of y'all be looking at dudes, oh, his muscles pecked out, and oh man, he got, and like, see, it's different from ladies, because ladies in generation, they just look at what a man has on, what car he drive, and do he have money, and that's their lust, in which is different. It's in the same relation, but men lust more through the eyes. Women lust more with like their emotions. They want their emotions to be filled. Like they lust from being lonely all the time. Oh man, I want a man. I'm lonely. I'm tired of being alone. Lord, please send me a man. Lord, I love you, but send me a man. I don't want to be going through this and all this, type of like the spirit that the enemy placed upon your mind because you've been doing it for so long. And like, only thing the Lord is trying to tell you is just be patient for, like he's going to bless you because you're being obedient unto him. So the thing about it is, men, we lust through our eyes. We look, we gawk, we stare, we do the double take, 2 take, triple take, the whole 180, 360 degree all around. We do it all. But what the Lord is trying to tell you is, you don't have to do all that. Control yourself. Control your eyes. Control yourself. Progress. If you walk past a beautiful female and you look once, okay, you looked once, okay, so you are obviously aware that she's beautiful, she's attractive to you. But once you do like that turnaround and you start looking and you done took it too far by then. So, and then you have to go to, oh Lord, please repent for my sins, have mercy upon me. And it's all a process. You have to be humble and shun yourself in humility, So, yes, it's going to be a process. Yes, it's going to take time. Yes, you may do it here and there, but just remember that we serve a God who is merciful. And, if you sin, he'll take you right back. And he won't even remember the sin, because 10 out of 10, he already knew that you was going to do it because you're struggling with it. Whatever it is, if it's alcohol, if it's if it's like you always worried about stuff, you know, you have to work towards being a better Christian in the eyes of God. You know, it's a struggle. Yes, it's going to be a struggle. So, you know, how this society has it as well is, it's like, with like the whole eye gates and things like that, you know, it, as I stated, you know, it draws forth lust. So you're going to lust after them. And what does lust do? It consumes. It consumes a person's well-being. It consumes it so much that you just, oh man, I want it now. I want it more. I want it more. I want it more. Can I get more? Oh man, I have to get more. So when men lust after females and women lust after male, okay, I'm going to break it down. When men lust after females, what most of the time happen? They just want a female's what? Body. They just want the body. Boom, man, she got it all, man. I don't care what I have to say. See, this is how the devil get you too. Because the devil have you lying. And you just be lying about things. Oh, yeah, you know, so I got the job. You know, so I work downtown, blah, 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 up in the big office. I know you see me while, you know what I'm saying? I see you walking past, ha, ha, ha. You laughing and stuff. See, lust and for what you see draws forth other deceptions. So when you lust for something, so you declaring, okay, man, I like her, so I'm going to do whatever it takes to get her. If I got to lie, if I got to say, yo, bro, let me borrow your car so I can ride by and pick her up for this date, you're going to do whatever you can to get in the end what you ultimately want out of that female or person in the male perception. So, in the female perception, how females are nowadays, they just want control, because females are looked on in a generation, you know, as, you know, just sex, you know, just, you know, get it and leave, you know. But, you know, that's not true, you know. There are, you know, like God-fearing men, you know, such as me, not put myself out there like that, but, you know, who appreciate a woman, who will embrace a woman's feelings and everything. So how society has transformed women is to have them thinking, oh, you know, I have to get a man who has money. Oh, I have to get a man who has a job. Oh, he has to have some education. He can't be weak and strong. So, and like, that's true. You know, you don't want a man who weak, you know, but like the whole point I'm trying to portray is women go after men who has money, and they want to be in control. So if a man has money and a woman wants to be controlled, they're going to do whatever they have to, even if they do have to give sex, just to get the money or get whatever that man possesses. And then as soon as they get all that they can get out the man, and or the man stop giving them what the woman is desiring in the flesh, then like the woman gonna just like make up some random excuse and just like stop messing with you altogether. And then you're gonna be sitting there, you know, as a caring, generous man, like wondering what happened. And then, but the whole thing is, okay, you was used, you know, lust was there. Lust was the main factor in the whole conjunction of y'all meeting in the first place. So, yeah. So the whole thing that I wanted to combine in this little mini series is watch over your heart. You know, be more connected with the Lord. Seek God for the directions of everything. If it's with somebody, you know, like that you're trying to help, but they just be bringing you down, you know, just seek the Lord for guidance to where He wants to draw you. You know, you have to always be open to the Lord. And, you know, when you open to the Lord, you know, like you have spiritual blessings that, you know, like go along with that. And, you know, you just have to be honest and be real to yourself and be like, look, you know, I deserve better than this, you know. And, you know, you have to be caring of your own heart. If that person's not doing you right, leave them alone. Point blank. I know it's going to be hard, but you just have to leave them alone and, you know, do what's right for you. So, one, you know, know that what you say, positive or negative, you know. If it's positive, it's life, so it's gonna spring goodness in you and other people. If it's death, you know, it's just gonna destroy you and the other person. And watch over your heart, you know. Watch who you give your heart to, and if you give your heart, allow for them to have care and be diligent of your heart. For you know, you have to truly be able to know a person and know that a relationship in the Lord will benefit the most, because He will lead you to somebody who's going to take ultimate care of your whole well-being, you know, like even your heart and spirit, and you know, and y'all can prosper together to you know to your salvation together, you know, up under the divine covenant of the Lord. So, and remember, you know, just you know, like watch over your heart and watch yourself with lusting. You know, watch what you see on TV. Don't watch everything on TV. Everything on TV is not good. You know, it's just a bunch of gibberish. It just made up just to have you sitting there soaking in your own problems, and you looking at a show to try to work out your problems, and which is not helping you. So, you know, I just pray that everybody who watches like these 4 parts get something important that will impact their thinking process, their minds, how they carry themselves out in public, or you know, in a family aspect, as well as you know, like friendship and friends. And you know, just be humble around each other. Don't do no competition. You know, this world isn't made for competition. You know, because everybody has a strength and weaknesses. You know, so just embrace everybody's strengths, and you know, and embrace everybody's weaknesses, and help each other to be better people. That's the whole thing. Help each other to be better people. As you can see, my Coney shirt, you know, represent. You see, peace. You know, love. You know, divine equality, equal. Everybody's equal, but we have to do everything right up under the laws and commandments of the Lord. All right. So I appreciate everybody for you know watching these videos. And, you know, God bless, agape love, peace and love. All right, God bless, beautiful spirits of Jehovah Yahweh.